Greetings people, 'tis I, 480 volts, and welcome back to Let's Play Sonic Heroes. Alright, in the last video we completed Team Sonic's campaign, so now it's time to start the next campaign, which is Team Dark. Which consists of Rouge the Bat, Shadow the Hedgehog, despite the fact that we thought he was dead in Adventure 2, and this new robot that we've never seen before. Rouge still searching for treasure. Sentry Robot awakens. And that's Shadow the Hedgehog. And the robot goes nuts. That's E123 Omega. Wait, why do you want to kill Eggman's robots when you're one of them? Oh, do you now?
You're mad at Eggman for sealing you in this room. And you can't remember anything, can you? Then it's settled. Now you two make up so we can start looking for Eggman together.
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, baby. This makes us a team.
Such a girl thing to do right there. Also, you don't know what everything's about. Like, you don't know why Shadow's still alive. And spoiler alert, they never answer that question in this game. That's not answered until Shadow's own game.
Immediate destruction if distracted. Hope you can keep up with me.
Alright, we're playing as Team Dark now. So the different team battles, or not team battles, the different team campaigns, you all go through the same stages. So that makes the game quite repetitive. And it's often a criticism point that people bring up. Now, the playstyles are exactly the same. Now, in the different teams, some individual characters share a few differences to the other characters, right? But in this particular instance, Team Dark is almost identical to Team Sonic. Shadow is a clone of Sonic. Rouge is a clone of Tails. The only one who's slightly different is Omega. He's not exactly a clone of Knuckles, but he's basically a clone of Knuckles. He has a few differences in terms of they're all aesthetic differences. It's just the way some of his animations are, but for all practical purposes, he's a clone of Knuckles. I will say his ground move, you thought his ground attack move, you thought Knuckles slipped and slide, would slip and slide all over the place. Omega's even worse. I love the way Omega talks trash about the Eggman robots. Worthless consumer models. That's funny. So, I guess I'll talk about their story. Oh wait, no, let me talk about one more thing. Team Dark is often considered the hard mode of the game because the stages are supposedly longer and harder than, Team Sonic. I don't know that they're longer. I haven't really noticed any difference in length. I definitely noticed a difference in difficulty. It's little things like extra robots and hazards where they didn't used to be. Enemy placement's slightly different. So yeah, it's definitely a little harder. But it turned out to not be that hard for me. Alright, so I think it's funny how, like... Okay, so we just accept that we don't get to know why Shadow's still alive, okay? That doesn't get addressed until Shadow the Hedgehog, which I do plan on Let's Playing. But even in that game, it's not very clear. But I think it's hilarious that Omega... Now, if you remember Gamma from Sonic Adventure 2... Sorry, Sonic Adventure 1, he was one of the first... He was one of the first robots of Eggman's new E100 series. The idea is that Omega's the last one. I think it's funny how, like, Omega's become kind of a regular character. Well, not a regular character, but he was a somewhat reoccurring character for a while. and always known as this robot that Eggman created, but he's not working for Eggman anymore. I think it's hilarious that his whole origins story is that he got mad that Eggman left him in a room. That just seems like the most petty reason to get mad at Eggman. Oh, side note, when Omega's leveled up as at max level, his ground attack move is devastating. He does like a whole like explosive thing along the ground, and it's awesome. I do like Omega. Yeah, I think it's kind of hilarious that like he got mad that Eggman left him in a room, basically told him to guard the Shadow, or told him to guard Shadow, and it's like he's mad at Eggman for that. Like he wants to kill Eggman for that. That's kind of extreme, but I guess he fancies himself like the ultimate battle robot, and Eggman left him, gave him such a menial task. Like, oh yeah, just stay in this room and guard Shadow. And Omega thought he was worth so much more than just that. We've all been there, I guess. I've certainly been there, where you think you're capable of doing so much more than what you're told to do. It can be degrading, but I think Omega took it to an extreme. And as for Rouge, there's no indication that she's even working for Gun in this game, so I don't know. And then yeah, Shadow has amnesia, because that's totally not been done to death before in video games. But in Sonic Team's defense, if you understand the way things turn out for Shadow in Shadow the Hedgehog, the game, it kind of makes sense why they chose to give him amnesia. It wouldn't work very well if they didn't, and I don't want to say why that is for, you know, spoiler stuff. There's a particular plot point in the game Shadow the Hedgehog, which they actually introduce in this game, and it's like if Shadow didn't have amnesia, it would give things away to us, to the players. But I'll talk more about that if and when I do Shadow the Hedgehog. I do like how this game, they basically set up the stage for Shadow the Hedgehog, but they didn't really address anything. Yeah, Omega, do your thing. I guess I'll talk about the voice acting. You know, we got, you know, this is Rouge and Shadow's second appearance. We've got the same voice actors from Adventure 2. Yeah, let's see. Omega, he's voiced by John St. John, the same guy who voiced... Well, he's done a ton of voices. He's kind of known in the world of video games as being the voice of Duke Nukem. And he's especially known in the Sonic the Hedgehog world for being the voice of Big the Cat from Adventure 1. And in this game, it's not really a spoiler to say that Big the Cat is in this game. We already saw him as, when we were doing Team Sonic, we fought him. He was part of Team Rose. So yeah, he's the voice, he does two voices in this game. Of two prominent characters that you're gonna play as, so that's kinda cool. And, Rouge definitely sounds a lot better than she did in Adventure 2, in my opinion. No disrespect to the voice actress Lonnie Manella. I just didn't like her. I just didn't like the way she carried her voice in Adventure 2. Everything she said sounded forced, but she sounds much more fluid in this game. And when I tell you that, I always blame the voice directors and not, you know, the voice actors. That has to be the case here, because she's actually extremely talented. Not only that, for a lot of these games, she was the casting director, Lonnie Manella. So she wasn't just a voice actress, she was somebody who, like, she knew a thing or three about voice acting. She was in charge of getting a lot of these people their gigs. She's the one who got John St. John the voice of Big the Cat in it. She even got in the voice of Duke Nukem back in the day, so she knew the field. But at the end of the day, thanks, Omega. C rank. At the end of the day, I mean, you know, somebody still had to tell her how they wanted things to sound. Because, you know, Sega's a Japanese company, and there's Japanese directors that are over her, and they have the final say in how they want things to be. And you learn all this stuff when you watch interviews with these guys. But I saw like an interview. It wasn't really an interview. It was more like a. This is Ocean Ballast, by the way. It was more like just a. It was almost like a news article about Lonnie Minella, and this was like this video was like 11 years ago. But she has done so many voices in games that you probably didn't even realize she was in, and you wouldn't have recognized her voice because she's so talented and she can do amazing things with her voice. So, yeah. And then obviously John St. John. He's more known in the Sonic world as being the voice of Big the Cat. He himself said that he doesn't even consider his Omega voice actual acting. He says he's just reading from lines with no emotions or inflections because it's supposed to be a robot, and they put a voice scrambler over it anyway, so he says it's not really acting to him. But he still got paid for it, so, you know, that's all that matters. I think that's all of the explaining I need to do. Oh, and then, of course, Shadow's voice. I mean, he sounds, you know, just like he did in Adventure 2, which was great. Now, like Team Sonic, I'm not really going to use my Team Blast too much. I will use it in boss fights a lot, but, you know, like, just in regular stages, not really. Every once in a while, I will when we get into later stages, but, like, not now. But if you remember from when we fought Team Dark as Team Sonic, their Team Blast not only does the screen nuke, but it also freezes time. So, that's something to remember. In normal stages, that can help you, or it can be an annoyance.
Just watch this.
And when I say, like, Shadow is a clone of Sonic, what I mean is, like, not all of the speed characters can do the light ring dash. Not all the speed characters can do the triangle jump. I think everybody can do the homing attack. But, like, Shadow, he can do all the stuff that Sonic can do. And, like, not all the flying characters have, for example, the dummy ring bombs, but Rouge does. And then, you know, the different ground power characters, their attacks are always a little bit different, but Omegas are the most similar to Knuckles. So Team Dark really is a clone of Team Sonic. Eradicate! Uh-oh.
Where's the turtle going?
Heard a little bit of glitchiness in the music there. You know, in all the years I've played, well, of course I haven't really played this game too much. I've certainly seen enough videos of this game. I never realized these were turtles. They always talk about turtles right here, and I never noticed that what we were standing on were turtles. Turtles with platforms on their shells. Okay. Only in the world of Sonic. Gotta kill that enemy. There we go. I don't wanna. You do that. See? His ground attack explosion thing really did a good job with that. Yeah, I just love the way Omega talks trash about the Eggman. Not so much about Eggman, he talks trash about the Eggman robots. He's like, oh, these worthless consumer models. They think they're so powerful.
Attack enemies with fire launcher by pressing the B button while jumping in power formation. Shadow and I are transformed into fireballs that Omega shoots at enemies.
Yeah, we know all this. Why am I going up there? No reason. Good. Sorry, I got nothing to say right now. I did a whole lot of explaining in the last stage, but like now I'm just... Okay. I'm waiting for this to... I'm waiting for us to get to something worth talking about. I suppose I could talk about the music. I didn't really talk about the music of these particular stages in Team Sonic. There was other stuff to talk about. I mean, I love it. Both Seaside Hill and Ocean Palace, I love the music. Seaside Hill is actually pretty popular in Sonic music. You'll hear it a lot. But Ocean Palace is nice and funky too. Yeah, and as I've said before, you're gonna get so sick of hearing characters say, "I'll take it from here." Oh, I failed that. Those other robots faked me out. It's alright. You know what this game is missing? Is classic badniks. This kind of started in Adventure 2. Yeah, it kind of started in Adventure 2 when you had big gun robots that were your main enemies and also chaos monsters, and you still had badniks. And this game kind of started the long trend of Sonic games just having generic egg robots as your main enemies. Minus gravity detected. Okay. I should get an A for that.
Satisfactory level.
I stand by what I said. I should have gotten an A for that. Well, whatever. Whatever, I'm not the judge of the points and ranks in this game. The game must know better than I. Yeah, and we do this exact same bosses. The only things that are different are the team battles. You're gonna fight different teams. What do you mean it must be? You don't even know the robot you created? I will say, this game... See, listen to Omega. It's like, he wants revenge? All he did was lock you in a room and tell you to guard something. Whatever. This game doesn't really have a deep story. It's kind of meant to be a simplistic, lighthearted story that's easy to follow. So as a result, like, for example, Shadow, like, nobody is really nobody spends a lot of time wondering why Shadow is still alive. They're just like, oh, Shadow's still alive. Anyway, let's use Chaos, Team Blast. I've heard that that's called Chaos Inferno, I don't know. But yeah, it freezes, time for a little bit. Basically, you know, when you use the Team Blast, there's a period of time where the gauge is like depleting. Yeah, during that time, in Team Dark's case, time is frozen. It's kind of handy. You want to use it. You want to be very conservative with your uses of it in stages, because sometimes, like, I mean, it freezes everything. It can freeze. Like if you need a fan to do a triangle dive, for example, it freezes the fan, so that doesn't work. It can freeze, like. Yeah, I mean, it freezes everything, so you just you need to keep that in mind. But it's great in these boss fights because you can just like lay waste to the boss while they're frozen and get like so many cool hits in. Now, I will say, we froze the HEDGEHOG, and you could see there was machine gun fire, And the bullets, you know, they were frozen too. If you touch bullets, even while they're frozen, you will still take damage. So just know that. Right now, I'm just trying to build it back up again so I can use it again. Yeah, it is awesome in boss fights. So much more useful than Team Sonic's. See, now I'm just gonna bam, 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 bam. I already killed him. That's what you said last time. Anyway. Alright, well that's gonna do it for this video, I think. Well, not I think, I know. Alright. Alright, in the next video, we'll do the next few stages as Team Dark. So thank you all so much for watching. My name's 480 Volts. You guys have a fantastic rest of your day, and I will see you next time. Pieces!